In this video I'm going to show you the basic controls for Minecraft on the Xbox. You use your left analog stick to move forward, back, left and right. You use the right analog stick to turn your view left and right and up and down. If you press the left analog stick forward twice in a row and hold it the second time, then you can run. The A button jumps. The B button will throw an item like that to either discard it or to give it to another player. Walking over it picks things up. The left and right bumpers move between your inventory that's on here. What else? The right trigger attacks, which normally you start out with no equipment, so then you go and end up punching a tree and stuff. You just hold the right trigger in order to do that. The top of the tree will stay there unless you get all the wood blocks out of it. The leaves and stuff, they'll stay there. Now that the wood blocks are out, it'll actually disappear later. So you just do that to get rid of the tree in order to get wood from it. Let me see. You can hit the grass and eventually seeds will come out like that, and you can use those seeds to plant wheat later, and then you can use that to make like bread and stuff like that for your character to eat to regain health. You can just hold down right trigger and it'll automatically keep hitting it. Okay, once you have some wood, then you press the X button and that'll go to this crafting thing. You can see that most of these things are gray where you're highlighting it, and then down at the bottom it shows it in red if you don't have the supplies to make that item. You scroll down to here and I can make spruce planks because that's the kind of wood that I got from that tree. And you just press the A button however many times you want to make those, like that. If you go to the right here, that can make sticks out of your planks. It'll make 4 sticks each time. And then if you go over here some more, this is a crafting table. So you can press A on that and make a crafting table. Press left bumper to select it. And then you press left trigger to place it down, and then with your crosshairs on it you press left trigger again, and that'll open the bigger crafting thing now that you have a crafting table. I already have some other supplies, so if you press right bumper, see those tabs at the top, you can scroll across there. It opens on the first one with the wood and stuff. You can go over to here for tools. This one is for different food. That's for armor to make later. And then you're not really going to use the switches in this section for a while into the game. And then that's this you can use for like glass and carpet and different things. But since I made the sticks already, I'm going to press right bumper and go to this, which is the tools. And then you can make different tools. Like pickaxe, shovel, normal axe. The hoe you need to farm with. I'll show you how to do that in a minute. And the sword to fight enemies. And then it starts out, these are the wooden tools, and they don't harvest stuff as quick, and they break quicker. And then if you have cobblestone from mining stone, then you can make the stone ones. So I'll do that to make a stone axe. and then it'll chop down trees a lot quicker than the other thing did from just punching it. See how much quicker that works. See, that was much quicker. You can also hit the trees like this, and then the little saplings come out. You can use those. Where is it? There. You can do that, and you can replant the trees. That way you'll grow more trees later, so you can keep harvesting them. If you see where I have the hearts for my health, and then to the right is my food bar, because the more you run and the more stuff you do, it uses up your food, because eventually you could starve if your character doesn't eat. And the only way to regain your health, those heart container things, is if you eat food. So I already have some cooked food, and you just press left trigger to eat that. We'll go back over here. There's left trigger to get into this menu off the crafting table. When you scroll over here where the crafting table is, you can go down one, and as long as you have some cobblestone, you can make a furnace. So I'll put my furnace down, and then I'll press left trigger on that. Usually you use coal to power it to cook stuff, but you can also use your wood planks. So if you press X button on here, you can place them one at a time, or you can press A and just place the whole stack. I'm just going to place a few. And then this, the regular wood you get from a tree that you haven't made into planks yet, you can put that up here, and that will actually make charcoal, which functions the same as regular coal does in this game. See? So you don't actually have to go mining and searching for coal. You can just use the wood and make charcoal out of it instead. Then once you have some of that, you can put it in here and use that to make even more of it over and over as much as you want. And what you can use that for, the same as coal, you go back over here to your crafting table, press left trigger to get on there, press right bumper to get on the tools, and then you scroll all the way over to here, and you scroll down, and then you can make torches. You press A on that, and you can make multiple torches, because the light, you need the light to see, and it keeps monsters from spawning close to wherever your torches are. When you find sheep, at first you won't have shears, so you have to attack the sheep to get the wool, and you need at least 3 wool. And then you use your crafting table, and you go over to here, and with 3 wool and 3 wood planks, then you can make a bed. Yeah, like that. So wherever your bed is that you slept in, if you get killed, you'll respawn by your bed. You won't have your items. You'll drop your items wherever you die. And you have a limited amount of time to go pick your items up before they all disappear. But yeah, you'll respawn where your bed was, the last one you slept in. So if you slept in it and then you you hit your bed, so that way you can put it back in your inventory, then you won't have that respawn point anymore. Let me see. Yeah, this is done. See, so now I got some charcoal. Another thing you can do, because I already have a pumpkin already in my inventory, you can combine a torch with a pumpkin, and you can make a jack-o'-lantern. So you can do that. It provides light too, like how torches do. I think it might be a speck brighter, but it's warmer, so it will melt snow and different stuff like that easier. And it also keeps monsters from spawning next to it. The one benefit of jack-o'-lanterns over torches is you can actually place these underwater and it'll still light up. So like this. See? And then you have light under the water. Yeah, I'm gonna do this so that way monsters won't spawn. As long as you sleep in a bed as soon as it's starting to get dark, then the monsters shouldn't spawn. Okay, let me see what else. Oh yeah, I'll show you this. This is the hoe that I said you could make for farming. So then you press left trigger with this, and that'll make it so you can actually plant stuff on the land. And yeah, sometimes it goes back to normal dirt. Now if you don't want this kind of land anymore and you want normal dirt, you can just jump up and down on it and that'll pack the dirt in and it goes back to normal, which will eventually turn back to grass. Then you can use the seeds that you get just from the normal grass. Already. The dirt already went back to normal. Okay. There. So now that planted wheat, so it'll eventually grow. It grows better if you have water next to it, and it grows better if you have torches next to it for the light and stuff. Even at night it helps it. With the shovel, you press right trigger, and it'll dig. It digs way quicker doing that than by hand. 'Cause, for example, if you do this by hand, look how long it takes. Whereas if you do it with the shovel, it's way faster. If you use the right tool on the right thing, it works a lot quicker. There. Oh yeah, with the shovel you can also make roads. So you can do that with left trigger. You just go like that. So like if you don't want to dig everything out and make a cobblestone road or whatever, you can just use a shovel with left trigger like this and make a road that way. So it's way quicker if you're going to be making a big long road to do that. There's also buckets. You need to find and mine iron first in order to get a bucket. But once you do have one, you just go over to the water and press left trigger, and that'll fill your bucket. And then you go to wherever you want your water to be, you press left trigger again, and that'll empty it. And you know, you can do that however many times you need to. You can also use a bucket to fill it with lava when you find lava. And lava actually works really good to power these furnaces. Because with lava you can cook 100 items before it's done from the furnace instead of using up like coal and all that. Okay, let me see what else. I already did the sticks. Oh yeah, the shears, you can use them for sheep, you know, to shear the sheep. That way you don't kill them. You just use left trigger on the sheep to shear them. I don't see any sheep near me though. I don't think there is any. But if there was, you could just press left trigger on it and shear the sheep. And then you'd get wool that way. You can also press right trigger on the trees. And instead of getting seeds, you'll get the leaves. And you can use the leaves for decorations and stuff when you're building a house. And you can make hedges or whatever you want out of it. But when you do it this way, then you're not going to get the seeds. So make sure you have enough seeds to replant your trees before you start doing this. it's just right trigger to do that. You can do it on those too, the vines. Because normally if you just attack vines, they just get broken and go away. But if you use shears on them, then you can actually keep the vines. And, oh yeah, there's some up there too. I don't think I can reach them. But, let me see where they are. The vines, the good thing about them, you can place them on stuff on the side, and then you can use it like a ladder and climb up. So if you get enough vines, you can actually use them as ladders. So that's pretty neat. Let me see. Usually when I cut down a tree, I cut down the second block, and I don't cut down the first block until the very last. That way you can jump up here, so that way you can get the top one easier. And then cut down this one at the end. Okay. Let me see. I'm gonna do this, press A to make more of those wood blocks. And I'm gonna build like a really simple house, just so you can see how it is. I'll use these. Wood planks, okay. I'll make a 7x7 house. So that will mean it's gonna have, what, 5x5 on the inside, something like that. So I do one. I use torches for markers a lot of times. That way, I can make the house even. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I just press left trigger to place each torch. So this is actually at the first spot, then there's 5 more, so that makes 6. Then right here, that's the 7th spot. So it'll make 5 spaces on the inside is what that'll do. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then on the last spot do that. And if you can judge by looking at it, you can make more torches if you want to do it, or just look at it. You can press right trigger to hit all these torches once you don't need them for markers and pick them back up. Because the torches are reusable. You just press right trigger to do that. I'm gonna put these wood planks in between. It's just left trigger to place all these. Okay, I'll do 2 more there, 2 more there. And then I want a floor. I don't have many types of resources to choose from, so I'm just gonna use the cobblestone. So for that, I'm just gonna dig this out. Replace it with cobblestone. Just press left trigger to replace all these. And luckily I brought plenty of them. Okay. I already brought a door. Normally it's make the doors here. When you press left trigger on that for the crafting, they're just way over here. And it depends on what kind of wood you have for which kind of doors you can make. Let me see. I usually have my houses 4 spaces high on the inside, so it's already 1, so that'd be 2, 3, and then that'd be 4. So that's about how tall. I like to have them on the inside. 1, 2, 3, 4. It's already 1, 2, 3, 4. Yes, I normally make them that tall. Let me see. And then I cover this with wood. Just left trigger to place all these. windows too. You can use your shovel to dig up some sand, and then the sand, I already have some. The sand, you can put it in here to cook that, and then I'll just use my charcoal from before, and eventually when that's done, it's going to make glass over here. So it's going to make glass out of sand. Yeah, it's almost nighttime. You just press left trigger on the bed to be able to sleep. Yeah, I'll just let that keep making glass, because eventually then I can make windows. Oh, there's a sheep finally. See, you can go over here, you press left trigger on the sheep. See, he's still alive, and then you actually get like 2 of these out of him instead of just 1, so you actually get more wool without killing him. Unless you just want to go on a murderous rampage and kill all your sheep. Let me see. It's hard to remember what to make. Okay, I can make the front stuff. You can go over here. There's fences that you can make and gates. So you need more sticks if you're gonna make fences and stuff. And then you can go over here and you can make fences. It takes 4 wood planks and 2 sticks just to make 3 fences. And then you can also make a fence gate. And then I'll show you what you can do with those. Normal fence. So you want to fence off your garden. You just press left trigger to place each of those. I need more of them. So you do that, and then you can place your gate. Then left trigger opens and closes your gate. So you can go inside and do that. When you find villages, if you don't want your villagers to escape an area, they will go through doors, but they won't go through fence gates. So when you find a village, like, the best thing to do is fence areas off to capture your villagers, to keep them away from monsters. And then just put the fence gates so you can get in and out. Okay, there should be glass for now. Yeah, I'll wait till it's at 20. So, yeah, I just press A to take that out of there. I'll show you how to make a chest. If you make more planks with A, you can go over here and make the chest to store stuff. And you just put it there. If you want a bigger chest that's a double one, you do that. So that way you can store twice as much. And left trigger opens it like this. And then stuff that you don't need at the time, you can just place it in there and store things. You can either place them one at a time like that, or you can just press Y and it'll just put it automatically in the next available spot. Okay, let me go back to here. You use right bumper and go all the way over here to the decoration section, and that'll change my glass cubes into glass panes. And then you just press left trigger on here to place the glass. See, when it's on the side, it's not connected to it, but once you put the one in the middle, it connects them all. So you can do that. The cubes look different if you place them. They're like solid in between, like this. So it depends on what kind of windows you want. 'Cause that's how it looks from the outside with the normal glass pane. And then this is how it looks with the cubes. For me, I think the panes look better on the sides, but if you want glass on the top, or for a floor or something, then you use the cubes. And yeah, the normal glass doesn't look good at all for up top, because if you do that, then see, that's how it would be, and there'd be big holes in it. And you can't reharvest glass. When you hit it, it just breaks it and it's gone. So you can't reharvest your glass like you can other blocks. So be careful where you place the glass. So I don't have this with me anymore. What's in here? Oh, it's just making more glass. Okay, you can go over here where the fence was. If you scroll down some, you'll come to these cobblestone walls, and you can make that out of cobblestone. And there's also slabs, like if you want a block that's only half as tall. So I have both of those. And you can use them as a fence, the cobblestone walls, but I use them for around my door to make it look better. I place them like too high on each side, and then this on the bottom half of a block, the slabs on each side, and then one normal block, so that way the door looks better and doesn't look so plain and flat. And then I usually place a torch on each side like this, so that way that looks a little bit better. Don't need that. Don't need that. Okay, this is done finally. The meat that you get, whether it's off of a cow or a sheep or whatever, you can place that in here and that'll cook it. And the cooked meat fills up your food meter more than the raw meat does. What else do you need to know? The hedges you can use for decorations if you want. If you think things are looking too plain, maybe you want hedges for decorations around there. Yeah, if you're wondering why I left that blank, that's because you can, say, put dirt right there. And then, what else can I do? I have to find flowers somewhere. Maybe they'll have some up on the hill. Let me go look for flowers real quick. Because you can decorate your house to make it look better. Yeah, there's flowers up here. Good, they have both types. Because otherwise it looks plain and boring a lot of times. If you just have like a square house and no design on the outside or anything. So let me finish putting some of this stuff there. I'll put a little bit more dirt. I'll put the dirt in front of the windows. And then I'll use more hedges. The hedges around the sides. I mean, there's a lot more things you can do to make it look better, but this is just something quick. Then you press left trigger and you can place one of the flowers like that to make it look a little bit better. And eventually the tops will get green, so that part will look better. And then, yeah, I don't know. There's nowhere else to put them right now. What else did I need to do? Oh yeah, go over here. Make more of these wooden planks. If you go over here to where the doors are, go up and get these. You can make wooden trap doors. It makes 2 at a time. Now, what you can use these for is the sides of this. And then you just press left trigger again to close them. And then that makes it look more like flower pots on the sides. Then your house looks better. Let me sleep real quick. It already looks better like that. Huh, a rabbit. And then still need a roof for the house. So let's see what I'll do. I guess I'll use a cobblestone roof. I'll see my food's done. Finished cooking it. Okay, I'm gonna go all the way over to here. This makes stairs. And then there's cobblestone ones, that's what I'm gonna use. I don't really know how many I'll need. That still probably ain't enough. I use a lot of them. Anyways. The dirt's just temporary, just to use it so I can get up here easier. And you just press A and jump over there. Now when you're building a roof, look straight down in the direction that I want it to face. And then just jump up with A and press left trigger when you jump up. And that'll place the first one. Then you just move to where your crosshair is just over the next block and press left trigger again. You just keep doing that all the way across until you got the first part of your roof. Then I'll do this, place that block there, and place these straight across, and then I can do another row of these. Next set, it's going to need to be 2 blocks high. And then do this to make it go straight across. There's other ways to make this roof. This is just the easiest way if you're not used to it. And then I'll go down here. Start on this side. I already know it's going to have to go up like that, so. That one's 1, 2, 3. No, this one's 2. That one's 1. Okay. So then I got this. You jump up and press left trigger to place that again. Same thing here. Left trigger every time your crosshair's on the wood until you get it all the way over. Do this straight across. It's left trigger every time. If you mess up and the stairs are facing the wrong way, you just use your pickaxe and mine the stairs and you'll get them back. So I do this. should have brought my other things too. I'm just gonna make me an extra one of these so I don't have to go back down. For the top section, I need some of these, the cobblestone slabs, and then I'm just gonna use my axe and just use right trigger, and you can do that. Well, I'll get it later. Anyways, the reason I do this, to have cobblestone slabs here instead of the regular piece, for one, yeah, it makes it evened out, but the main thing is when you have a normal block, monsters can spawn on top of normal blocks. Monsters cannot spawn on top of stairs or on top of these slabs that are a half block. So by doing this, then monsters can't spawn on top of my roof. So that's the purpose behind that. Might as well pick this up. And then get rid of this dirt thing here. So that's what it looks like so far. The roof. And the sides, and you know, you got the flower pots and all that stuff. It looks alright to start out with, like that. And then you go inside. You need some source of light inside too. If you're okay with leaving your roof looking like that on the inside, you could just put your 2 torches up there. And that'll be plenty good for now. What else do I want to show you? Let me see. Oh, I can put that there. Maybe I want it somewhere else. I want it somewhere else. Alright, I'll make some more of these chests and show you where you can put them. Don't need the steps with me anymore. Okay. Anyways, you can do this. Use right trigger and mine. Oops, wrong spot. Well, I guess I could do it that way. Yeah. Okay. You can do it that way. Okay, and then, you know, I make these 2 holes so you can fit my 2 double chests down there. And then you can use these slabs and place it towards the top half of a section like this, like shelves, and then you just have your normal cobblestone thing there. And then you can still go here and press left trigger and you can get into that chest. As long as it has this gap under there, you can still get into your chest. You can store stuff in there in your house, and you could actually do that on both sides if you wanted to. And you have a lot of storage space. You can also, maybe you want more than that. Let me see. I could put a shelf up there. I could actually put my crafting table up inside of there. That way you still have this space down here too. And it's out of the way, that you just go up there and you can still use it just the same. And you can make more shelves like that if you want. Maybe you want to do that, and maybe you want your furnace up there. Use your pickaxe and press right trigger to mine your furnace. And I could do that. There. maybe I want another one. That way if you're cooking multiple things at once. And then you can put like, you know, you can put some of your coal in each one if you want. Let's see. I mean, you can put however many you want, it don't matter. But then you could be like cooking food in one or whatever you want to do. Yeah, you could do that, and you could do the same thing over here. So you have a lot of storage space. I'm gonna use my axe and take one of these beds and put that inside here. That way I'll have that. Let me see. I don't know. Anyways, you get the idea. You can make as much storage as you want and, you know, put your bed inside here and all that stuff. Decorate it, have your furnace, your crafting table, all those kind of things. Alright, so I think that's about, oh yeah, the swimming. You haven't seen how to swim. Yeah, it's still dark. Well, anyways, for swimming, all you do when you're in the water, you just press A when you want to swim to the top, and then your left stick moves you around. When you get close to the water, it'll, as long as you're holding A, it'll automatically jump out. I still need to show you how to make a boat. Okay, I have enough sticks already. I need more planks. So you go over here to the tools, press right bumper to get over there. You gotta make a wood shovel first, so that's A on there. And then you go over here to where that shows that railroad tracks. And if you scroll all the way to the last one, then you can make a boat. It just takes planks and a wooden shovel. And then you can use your boat in the water. You just press left trigger to place the boat. Press left trigger again to get inside of it. And your left analog stick will move you around. The right analog stick moves on how you look. And the left one controls it, the direction it goes. Let's go back over here. Get close to the land. You press the right analog stick in to get out of it. The right analog stick, it makes your character squat down so you won't fall off edges. Like, see, when you do this, then I won't fall off there. That's helpful for when you're building stuff. And then you just press it again to get out back to normal. If you want to take your boat on with you, you can just use the axe on there and pick it up, and then you have it again. And then you place it wherever you want after that. Same thing. I think that's all the basic controls. Yeah, I think that should be good.